So I decided to go with Wolverine because he seems to be the baddest mofo around and he just doesn't care. So the origin or creation of the Wolverine started with Roy Thomas. Roy Thomas is the successor of Stan Lee and the creator of the idea of Wolverine. When Roy took over, he wanted to reach the Canadian audience because he saw that 5% of consumers were Canadian, and so he wanted to reach out to that audience to gain more profit and a bigger fan base. The Wolverine first appeared in the Incredible Hulk issue of number 180 in 1974. In this issue, the Canadian government sent the Wolverine to take out the Incredible Hulk. The evolution over time, James Logan Howlett, which is his full name, also known as Wolverine, began his career working for the Canadian government, Weapon X, and over time realizes that he is being used and brainwashed into becoming a human weapon. Later, the Wolverine manages to escape with the help of a few others, and then he ends up spending most of his time in the woods and eventually ends up joining the X-Men. So I have, who is the Wolverine? What makes Logan stand out from the others is that he is this lone wolf character that doesn't have a concern for others' opinions. He's not the typical clean cut, shaven type of guy like you see in Superman or Captain America. He's the complete opposite. He has a cigar hanging out the side of his mouth. He's, that hotshot person that you just don't want to mess around with. Wolverine, he represents what he represents. The Wolverine was an important role in Marvel because he brought a new look on a hero, starting off small and then in the background later emerging into a huge hit. His history is complex and his upbringing doesn't start off good because we learn about 10 years, I'll say in the 1980s, that he was born with his razor claws, but they only emerged out of aggression whenever he found out who killed his father, and that's whenever he actually got his claws out of anger. This character symbolizes rage, anger, but also for a time he grows into gaining morals. When joining the X-Men, he later becomes a teacher, mentor, even though he wasn't the greatest. He changed for the better, but he never lost his edge. Why is Wolverine such an important aspect of his success? He was born with a mutation that developed out of aggression. He is the guy you don't want to get into a bar fight with. Wolverine represents rogue masculinity. You see him grow when he joins X-Men, causing the character to become more relatable. And I believe these are all important. That makes him different. It makes him stand out from the rest. And I believe that is why he is so successful. My research plan involves watching previous Wolverine and X-Men movies, also reading previous comics and making analysis of the Wolverine's role in the comic. My father's favorite superhero is Wolverine, so I plan on bugging him over some breakfast or lunch and definitely asking questions because he was a little boy whenever the Wolverine actually first hit Marvel, and it's his favorite. So that is my plan.